When your friend Joey tells you he spent 5 hours, 29 minutes watching a tennis match, your natural impulse is to grab him by his ponytail and dip his face into his pasta. You shouldn't be that judgmental though. This could happen to you.
No way.
Way.
No way.
Way. Look, this could actually happen to anyone. And there's a very rational reason behind it. Tennis matches were designed to be addictive. And interestingly enough, this is strikingly similar to the way movies are made. Let me explain. In his book Story, storytelling master Robert McKee says this:
"No scene that doesn't turn. This is our ideal.
We worked around every scene from beginning to end by turning the value at stake in a character's life from the positive to the negative, or the negative to the positive."
What it means is that, ideally, every movie scene ends with a mini cliffhanger, so that you constantly want to know what's happening next. The tennis scoring system works the exact same way. It is basically a succession of mini cliffhangers that makes 1 out of 3 points super important. You have the obvious ones, like the match point, the set point, the game point, the break point, and all the others. Here, 15:30 is important because next point could be a break point. In the classic model of storytelling, used in most of the movies you've seen in your life, the succession of scenes peaks into a climax, typically 2 to 3. In a tennis match, the succession of points and games peaks into a set, usually 2 to 5 depending on the match. This works on your brain like constant mini-shots of dopamine. You have to always be on alert, as the whole course of a 4 hours match can change completely with one single point. Football, for instance, works completely differently as it follows the slot machine model. It's a massive dopamine buildup, with little to no action.
Boring!
And micro moments of huge adrenaline release. But I can see that all this theory is extremely hard to process, so let's be more concrete and tell the story of a match. But not just any match. The Roland Garros 2025 final between Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner. It happened last year and is already considered one of the 3 best matches in history. Now, to make a match truly legendary, you need 3 things: high stakes, great characters, and a crazy plot. Let me get my trailer
voice for this. In a world where tennis has to reinvent itself, the 2 best players on earth and new generation rivals, Alcaraz and Sinner, finally meet for the first time in a Grand Slam final. None of them ever lost one. But today, one will taste defeat at the highest stage for the first time. Who will it be? And I still like my croissant, please, you serve this old lady before me.
So independently from the match quality, the outcome is already mouth-watering. But of course it's not enough. We need great characters. Carlos Alcaraz is the genius kid. He can do anything he wants with the ball. He's been the youngest world #1 ever and combines fitness and power like no player has ever done it.
I'm gonna make it hot, gonna make it till it drops, never gonna make it up, gonna take it to the top, I'm gonna make it to the top, I'm gonna make it to the top, I'm gonna.
No way. How has he won that point?
At that point in time though, he has a reputation for not being fully reliable, except when the stakes are super high. Think of a superhero who only cares half the time but suddenly becomes totally badass when it really matters. On the other side, we have Jannik Sinner. He might be less flashy than Carlos, but don't be fooled. He's another prodigy freak. Some people describe him as a machine. I see him more as a monk. If monks dated models and wore Gucci. Sinner is into process. He's extremely reliable. His vegetable totem is the carrot, but he's cool as a cucumber. Doesn't show emotions and methodically destroys everyone. Carlos and Jannik. Tennis is two-headed monster. Yeah, no, that's way too much AI. I can totally do that on my own, okay? Carlos and Jannik. Tennis is two-headed, yeah, fuck that. So we already have a guaranteed thrilling outcome and a perfect cast. The only thing missing to turn this greatness into legend is an amazing plot. As a way to measure the level of drama in this match, we will use the latest state-of-the-art metric, Yannick Sinner's mom. The match started with the highest intensity. Carlos displayed all his class and creativity. His level was out of this world. And in spite of this, Sinner had an answer for everything. After 2 hours and 10 minutes, he led by 2 sets to love. By then, our drama barometer is pretty steady. Alcaraz managed to win the 3rd set, but it was a short relief. In the 4th, Sinner becomes unplayable again. His defense is stellar, his shots lethal. He combines precision and power to a level even Alcaraz can't match. After 3 hours 43 minutes, he rightfully gets 3 match points. Statistically, Alcaraz has about 97% chances to lose against any player on tour at that point. And this is not any player, it's Yannick freaking Sinner. If you're an Alcaraz fan, this is literally the scene when the hero is about to die. Just take a look at the drama metric and you'll see what I mean. And this is when the match went from routine to crazy. Right at that point. Remember, when you watch these, you know that Neo will rise, the T-1000 will die, and Brad will get up. And you're still tense. But this ain't no movie. This is tennis! So here's what happens. Alcaraz saves a first match point by playing like he's in a practice game, by the way, when his life depends on it. Then wins the second match point. And the third. Then he wins the game, then he wins the set. Sinner, who was a couple of seconds away from winning Roland Garros, now has to potentially battle for a whole other hour. Try play tennis 15 minutes and you'll get why this is not cool at all. So we reach the 5th set, and at that point there's no rule, no playbook. Can Alcaraz keep rolling? Can Sinner get over the missed match points? Apparently not. Alcaraz breaks quickly. It's over. Carlitos is cruising to the title. He serves for the match. 90% chance of winning. But wait, at his last opportunity to break Alcaraz, Sinner does it. It's on again. And so eventually we get to the super tiebreak. Okay, so for you to fully realize how important this is, here's some perspective. The ultimate way for 2 heroes to fight is in a Grand Slam final. The ultimate way to win a Grand Slam final is in 5 sets. And the ultimate way to win a 5th set is to reach a super tiebreak. Not 7, but 10 points. Look, at that point, it's like a gun duel. No more, no less. If you're a Carlos fan, Sinner's the villain. If you're a Sinner fan, Carlos is the villain. If you're a tennis fan, you're fucking tripping. By then, the combination of dopamine and adrenaline in your brain makes you totally ecstatic. And this is when Alcaraz became a superhero and went totally next level. This moment in time can only be qualified as surreal. It's not just the level, it's the fact of playing that level at that moment with the championship at stake. And delivering. Up to the match point, which was literally the kind of point you dream of as a kid when you think of winning a slam. And that's how Alcaraz defeated Sinner in a masterpiece of a match. This is why your friend, boyfriend, daughter, father, colleague, mistress are so crazy about this game. It's Netflix on crack.